All right, we are here with Athletic Director here at Celebration High School, Chris Lavoie. Chris, thanks for coming on. We're going to go a little bit into an update of last season's sports in the winter. Girls soccer and boys soccer had some decent years, and they had some tough losses. Obviously, Sophia Graves going down for girls soccer. Boys soccer had a successful season, and boys basketball had a very successful season. If you could talk about those three sports. Obviously, we know girls basketball is rebuilding still, and they're in that rebuilding phase. But if you can give us a little bit of an update about winter sports and how we've had some successful seasons.
Sure. Yeah. Both the girls and boys soccer teams had great seasons, and anytime any player goes down on a team, it certainly hurts. But Sophia Graves, being an all-conference player and one of the leading scorers in the district, certainly hurts a little bit more. Both teams made it to the district tournament and won their first games, and had tough losses. They just missed the regional tournament, but still had pretty successful seasons. And both will be having a lot of players returning next year, so looking to be a little more competitive next year as well. The boys basketball team really kind of shined out of the winter sports this year, being the district runner-up and making the regional tournament. Again, had some great leadership from the seniors and some younger players that will be developing as well. So that will certainly be a program that I think will see success, not just this year, but next year as well.
All right, now we're going to move on to the spring, this season right now. And we got a lot of sports going on. Inaugural season for men's lacrosse, or boys lacrosse, I guess, in high school. But regardless, we got women's lacrosse having a successful year so far. Men's lacrosse, as we said, inaugural season. They're on the up and coming. Next year, a lot of guys coming back. Girls tennis, boys tennis. We're also playing so far. If you can give us a little bit of an update about that. In track, of course, with Christina Infanzinato. I know that's a struggle. Fantolino, yeah, I struggle with that name, but she's a heck of a track star here. And I know I talked to one of her coaches, said that she's trying to get into UF for that, so good luck to her. But if you could give us a brief update, that'd be great.
Sure, we'll start with track. The track program, there's certainly the team element of the track program, but it really kind of is broken down into the individual part of it as well. And we have had quite a few individuals set PRs, personal records, and school records. And there's a lot of those to name, but they've really, both boys and girls, are building. Some new coaches on staff that are changing things up a little bit, and they'll be certainly shooting for more PRs and school records in the future. But we're having a great season there. Both the lacrosse teams are young in that they're new to the school. Boys in their inaugural season, started out with very few numbers. I think they were being taught the rules of the game, but really have developed very quickly under some great leadership from Coach Shearer, and they'll certainly be growing and getting better each year. In year 2, 3, 4, we expect to see a lot more from them. But for inaugural season, they're doing a great job. The girls lacrosse team has developed probably quicker than any other program I've ever seen in regards to being in year 2 and ready to make some noise in the district tournament. They'll be actually playing next week as a 3 seed. But can very easily win the whole thing, and that's something that I think their goals are set to do that, and we know they can do that, so we certainly wish them best of luck. The girls tennis team finished up yesterday and had some individuals and doubles qualifiers. They did qualify for the regionals, which will be next week, so they're certainly had a great season, and the number 1 and 2 and 3 are both freshmen and sophomores, so they're certainly looking promising for the future as well. Baseball and softball teams are wrapping up their seasons and will be entering the tournament soon. A lot of young talent on both those teams. New head coach for the softball team and the baseball team. A lot of young talent there as well. So those will certainly be teams that are building for the future. And the boys tennis team finished up yesterday as well. Dante Cruz lost, I think, in the finals in tennis, and they're also a young team as well. So a lot of great things happening with the winter sports, and a lot of the spring teams wrapping up in the near future here, and a lot of good things going on.
All right, Chris, last question. What should we look forward to as the year ending right now what should we look forward to next year? Obviously, football, big sport coming up. But should we look besides that in athletics? Any kind of new